Hello, and thanks for joining me. My name is Dana Mohan. I am a fellow allergy sufferer and co-owner, educator, and certified life and health coach for Allergy Navigator. Don't forget to tap the little bell to the right to subscribe. You don't want to miss any of the information we are putting out there for you guys. In this video, we are going to learn about the sneaky names some ingredients have on food labels. While I won't possibly be able to cover them all, the goal is to understand that it is important to know what and where ingredients are derived from, meaning where do they come from initially before they are turned into the ingredient listed on the label. And at the end of the video, we have a very helpful treat for you, so stick around. Why would this be so important? Well, say you have a sensitivity or allergy to gluten, as I do. On many ingredient lists, there is an ingredient called maltodextrin. Maltodextrin is a starch that is used as a thickening agent in many foods, supplements, medications, and even skincare. It can come from wheat, corn, tapioca, rice, potatoes, and more. I have found that just recently, very few I should say, food labels have started to indicate where the starch is derived. It will show maltodextrin in the list, and then in parentheses following the word, it will say potato or corn, etc. I have found that when it's not listed in parentheses, it's typically from wheat. I am so very sensitive to wheat and gluten products that just putting it into my mouth without even swallowing, I will know within seconds if it has any of those ingredients in it. I will have an immediate swelling reaction in my hands and feet and legs. The problem I have with this maltodextrin and a few other sneaky names that aren't listed as their derivative, they are also listed in scientific names, and unless the allergy sufferer is aware of these names, the allergy sufferer is at risk. When I first started having issues with food, I didn't know much about ingredients and where they came from, but I have been forced to know many of them now. It may make you feel a little bit safer to know that there is a protection act that applies to the food labeling that is regulated by the FDA. A quick note here, if you saw our last video on reading ingredient labels, you learned that FDA doesn't regulate all foods. So it's important to know that you need to be very careful eating foods that are packaged in the stores themselves. Say, for instance, a freshly baked cookie in a small mom and pop shop or your neighborhood grocery store. It's so cutely wrapped and presented to you with joy, but the food label, if there even is one, is not regulated and could be missing key information for the allergy sufferer. If you haven't seen the video how to read an ingredient list, be sure to check it out. There's some really important information in there as well. Okay, but I digress. According to Dr. Ruchi Gupta and her book, Food Without Fear, FALCPA, the Food Allergy Labeling and Consumer Protection Act, states that foods that are regulated by the FDA, which includes all food except poultry, most meats, certain egg products, and most alcoholic beverages, as the beverages are regulated by other federal agencies, requires that food labels clearly identify the food source names of any ingredients that are major food allergens or contain any protein derived from a major food allergen, which includes the following 9 common allergens: milk, eggs, fish, crustacean shellfish, tree nuts, peanuts, wheat, soybeans, and sesame. A note about FALCPA though, they do not enforce labeling on prescription, over-the-counter drugs, personal care items, cosmetics, shampoos, and not on pet foods or pet supplies, or highly refined oils from soybeans. And on any raw, fresh fruit and vegetables, they are also exempt from labeling. Now, let's talk about a few of those more common sneaky names. Now, if you're looking for milk, look for casein or anything with lact in it, like lactose or lactoglobulin. If you're looking for egg, look for albumin, lysozyme, or lectin. I'm saying that wrong probably. Peanuts would be arachide or archaicus. Tree nuts, besides all of the tree nut names, be careful when you see butternut, marzipan, pesto, pine, and nut, and alcohol extracts like amaretto. Wheat is durum, furrow, bran, germ, grass, malt, starch, protein isolate, and fish are usually called by their names. But make sure you understand that anchovies are a fin fish and that shellfish includes shrimp, prawns, octopus, squid, and fish stock can be made with shellfish and finfish. And then we have soy, which is edamame, miso, tamari, temp, tofu. And last but not least, we have sesame, which would be benet seed, gingerly seed, sesamolina, and simsim. There are so many more sneaky names, and the foods they are often found in are too numerous, so numerous to state here, and so hard to pronounce. So we created a helpful treat for you. Head over to our website at allergynavigator.com or click on the link in the notes and download your free sneaky foods list. It includes the major allergen name, the foods containing the allergen, and the sneaky names laid out in an easy to read table just for you. Now here's a fantastic opportunity to be a part of our community. Answer the question of the day and share any thoughts, information, or ideas in the comments below. So the question of the day is, what are some sneaky ingredient names that you know and could share with all of us? If you found this video to be helpful, like and subscribe by tapping the little bell. Also, if you know someone who could benefit from our videos, be sure to share with them this potentially life-changing information.